The following broadcast contains some use of strong language.
The rank list of everything is brought to you by the magic of... I forgot what I was going to say.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Ranked List of Everything, the podcast where we rank literally everything, no matter how stupidly vague or needlessly specific the entry might be. Each episode I'm joined by a fantastic new guest and we add 3 more entries into the pre-existing list. The way this works is that my guest brings one entry they think is great, one entry they think is terrible, and then I also bring one final bold entry to add. We don't know what each other have chosen, and you can see the list so far that we are going to be adding to by visiting the link in the description. Or, if you don't want to do that, I will briefly play a clip of that now. The ranked list of everything so far sits at 24 items long. Now, the most important items you should probably know about are the top one, bottom one, and maybe I'll give you a couple in the middle. Top one, we've got the introduction to a lifelong passion. At the very bottom, we have idiots on bikes, and somewhere in the middle, we have the heat on your face after stepping off a plane in a hot country, and then capes. You know, just capes. If you wanted to listen to any more of those, I advise you to go back and listen to previous episodes. By no means do you have to, but, you know, I recommend it. And when we're adding stuff into the list, I'd recommend you just pull out the description, find the list in the description, and just click on it. It'll take you to a picture on Twitter, very easy to look at, and it will help you understand how we're trying to figure out where to put new entries on. So yeah, go look at that, and maybe you'll have a better time listening, who knows. Today, joining me as my guest is wonderful, young and aspiring filmmaker. I say aspiring. You've made stuff. I feel like that's a distestament. I couldn't find the word testament the other day, and now distestament I know is wrong. So
Distestament's not a word. Is it?
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. It sounds like Despacito. So it would be a Despacito to refer to him as aspiring because he has made. So anyway, I should just introduce you. It is Sam. Sam, say hello.
Hello.
That was great. I don't know what I was. I don't know what more you can say, but somehow I'm always expecting more than that. So, Sam, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about the podcast, but first of all, I just want to ask you one question, and I'm gonna ask that you be completely honest with me, okay?
Okay.
Are you the Zodiac Killer?
No.
Are you sure? You were hesitant there.
No.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. All right. I can't say any fairer than that. So, Sam, do you understand how the podcast works?
I think so.
All right, I'm gonna be very annoyed if you didn't, because I literally just read out that whole massive long intro, which is designed to help people understand the show.
I went and got a bottle of water.
Oh, okay. No, fine, fair enough.
Hot.
I don't
It's
blame
really
you.
hot.
It is so hot. I mean, for those of you who don't know, in England we're currently in the middle of a massive heat wave, and it's not nice.
Children are dying on the street.
I'm really hoping you're exaggerating there.
Down south is wild, man.
Oh my God.
Every man for himself, Dan.
Don't go northwest London. It is a wasteland out there right now. So, Sam, do you agree with the list so far, or is there anything on this list that I've sent you that you think you would change? Anything you'd put higher? Anything you'd put lower?
I agree with Kiss from a Rose, June.
Oh yeah. Are you happy with it being below Star Wars? We've had a lot of people like debate where Star Wars should be on this list. Everyone has a different opinion.
It's not at the moment, sure, but if by the time you've done everything, it's still second, detecting some bias on your part.
Well, Star Wars isn't second; it's third at the moment.
I may have an outdated list.
I've literally sent you. Look on Discord. I'm showing you the one on Discord. Are you looking at the wrong one?
28th of June?
Okay, yeah. Just go off that one. At the moment, Skyrim is second above Star Wars.
Okay, I've got the one you've got.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
I noticed how you added refreshing in front of ice cream.
Well, I felt it was important. I mean, for those of you who don't know what we're referring to, I change up the list sometimes in the way I word it. And in the 2 versions that Sam has here, one of them has the word concept of making ice cream, and the newest one has concept of making refreshing ice cream. Because I think it's important to specify, you know? I mean,
it's still 6th as opposed to being 4th, so maybe refreshing was the wrong choice of words.
Well, it made it go down in the list.
Yeah.
So is there anything on this list that you strongly disagree with?
I don't think Bovril should have such a hard time.
Oh my God, it definitely should.
Than 14th.
Have you had Bovril?
Yes.
Oh God. I'm regretting doing this episode already.
It's a carnivorous version of Marmite.
It's a rank version of Marmite. That's what it is.
Tastes the exact same.
No, it doesn't. Right. Okay, Sam. Let's continue. So you've got 2 entries for today, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. With your entries, how far up or down the list do you think they could go?
Well, I'm going to say top and bottom, aren't I?
You think that it can reach the top, and you think your worst can reach the bottom?
It can definitely beat everything. I couldn't pick a single thing.
Well, if you're that confident, you're that confident. Are you going to put money on that?
No,
Okay.
I don't have much money.
Well, being a student pays, clearly.
Yeah.
The benefits of it. So, which one would you rather start with? Do you want to start with your strongest case? So, do you think your best one is better than your worst one is bad? Does that make sense? Which one do you think is more
I think
extreme?
I get what you mean. I have the strongest case for my worst thing.
Okay, so why don't we start with your best, okay? Would you like to reveal to me? Yeah, I'm allowed to flip that on you, it's fine. Would you like to reveal to me what you think your topic that could top the list is?
Okay, I think one of the best things or feelings is pouring the perfect amount of pasta.
Right. You mean like when you've got the raw pasta and you're trying to figure out how much to put in the pot so that you make the perfect amount of pasta?
Exactly. I've never done it myself, but I imagine it would feel quite amazing, maybe even divine.
Okay. So I forgot my little thing that I say last episode, so I'm going to say it now. Before we rank a topic, we must truly understand it. So, Sam, how would you describe to someone who has no idea what you're talking about what pouring the perfect amount of pasta is?
So, whenever I've poured pasta, and I'm sure majority of people can agree, you either pour too much or too little. I don't think I've ever... Because I don't know why, but it's difficult to judge, even though it doesn't change size at all. But
I think it expands when it cooks.
but it's still a single piece of pasta.
Yeah, but it's a piece of pasta that gets bigger. Did you not know this?
Oh, I do. It doesn't get that much bigger.
Is this news to you, Sam?
I don't measure my fusilli.
Well, I would. I do.
Well, I
Fusilli doesn't change in size. Fun fact, all you people.
Yeah.
You haven't finished explaining it to me. I'm sitting here. I'm very.
No, I'm doing a shit job of explaining it. Can we do this take again?
we can, but I'm going to leave in the fact that you asked to do another take. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, go.
What?
So, before we rank something, we must truly understand it. So, Sam, to the best of your ability, how would you describe what pouring the perfect amount of pasta is?
Okay, well, you normally pour too much or too little pasta.
You say normally, I'd argue always.
But yes, I don't know a single person who's actually poured the correct amount of pasta.
Some say it's never been done.
Some say it never will be done.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, you can't quantify the perfect amount.
You can't quantify pasta. It's physically impossible to quantify
exactly.
pasta.
Because you never know what's the right amount.
It's one of science's great mysteries.
It's like a unicorn made out of spaghetti.
It's like a unicorn, but pasta's not always spaghetti.
No, it's not.
All right, you're doing a bang on job here. So keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Well, I'm a very big pasta eater as a student.
Yep.
It makes up all of my diet.
Yep.
Practically, along
That
with
sounds
rice.
right. That sounds right.
I have a similar issue with rice, where I can't portion it properly, so I just ended up eating, the microwavable ones that are pre-portioned.
Well, in a way though, that's already the perfect amount of rice though. So I guess that one's not as rare.
Yeah. Maybe if they pre-portioned pasta into a little bag, the crisis would be solved.
I feel like they already do that. Have you ever gone to Tesco?
No, I meant like microwavable bags. There's...
Oh, like Uncle Ben's rice.
Yeah.
I get you.
Uncle Ben's pasta.
Uncle Ben's pasta. Oh,
Exactly.
Rip Uncle Ben. Poor Uncle Ben, man. He's already dead. Stop using his name in vain.
Got into the pasta business, maybe I'd still be alive.
Oh my god. Yeah, get on this, Uncle Ben. It's your fault you're dead. You didn't get into pasta quick enough. All right, so where are we at? Did you finish explaining it?
I mean, it's a pretty simple concept. If you don't know what the perfect amount of pasta is, there's something wrong with you. You must be a delinquent or something.
Oh my god. Don't insult my listeners like that. But yes, you're right.
Your listeners definitely know what pasta is.
Well, you never know. You never know. What would you describe as the feeling, which is worse, getting too much pasta or too little? Because I feel like that's the measure that we're going for here. Like how much of a terrible feeling is it? We need to know that so we can estimate how much of a good feeling it will be to get the perfect amount of pasta. Because obviously we have to make a guess because it's never been done.
Yeah, okay. Well, 90% of the time I always over pour
Yeah.
pasta.
It's much easier to, because you're hungry,
'cause
you know?
I'm always hungry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I rarely under pour, but I do very much dislike over pouring because then your ratio from, say you're having bolognese, your ratio from bolognese to pasta is just fuck.
Just throws your ratio way off.
That ruins everyone. Yeah, because
You
there's
get
not enough
plain
sauce
pasta.
to go around.
Oof.
You wanna coat that baby.
Oh, you
Instead-
always got to coat that baby.
Stuff's just dampened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just slightly moist. Not even.
Yeah, and then
that
it's just not
flavourful.
enjoyable because the sauce feels weak. And you've just ruined everything.
This is one of life's big problems, I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe we just need to introduce, like, I don't know, would there be a formula for finding the perfect amount? Could we, like, weigh the pasta after it's been cooked to figure out how much sauce to put in?
I mean, yes, there are recipes though, aren't there, that say use this amount of pasta, but it comes down to
those, yeah.
the problem. The problem is that it's personal preference all the time. Some people want a bit more, but it's that little bit more. You don't need it. You really don't. You just ruined it. What are you doing?
Well, what about you?
Show
Shay?
restraint.
What about you? You like a little bit more? Or you like a little bit on the top?
I always take more than I can chew.
Oh, you always take more than you can chew.
Literally.
Your mouth too small for what you tried to fit in it.
My mouth is massive, but I just take a lot more.
You go for as much as you can get.
I fill up.
You fill it right up. I
Oh,
get
no.
that. I get that. So,
Yeah.
when was the very first time you experienced this? Well, actually, I can't ask that question because you've never experienced.
No, exactly.
Wow.
I've experienced the heartbreak.
You've experienced the heartbreak, but this isn't a worse topic. We're not talking about the heartbreak as much. We're talking
No,
about we're speculating here. This is very speculative. I feel like this is something which people like create religions off of. You know, like
Yeah.
God says that in heaven you can pour the perfect amount of pasta, and people have gone, "Whoa, really?"
Exactly. That's why it's the best thing to exist because people don't know if it does. And the reason I bring up heartbreak is because it's like yin and yang, you know. If there's heartbreak of not pouring the right amount of pasta, there's hope that pouring the right amount of pasta will feel the opposite. It's balance.
Okay, right. So I think from you saying that, I think I've got a way of ranking this. Okay. What we
Okay.
need to do is we need to figure out how low down on the list pouring the wrong amount of pasta would go, and then we take the inverse of that and put it on the upper side of the
Yeah,
list.
I agree.
Yeah. Does that mean we're going to add pouring the wrong amount of pasta as well?
You can do, but I'm still vouching for my worst one being
Yeah, no, you
much
absolutely
worse.
can. Oh, this is very exciting. This is uncharted territory in the rank list of everything, folks. You never know what's going to happen on live TV, do you?
I'm changing your formula.
You're changing my format. You're changing my formula. Okay, so let's have a look. Where do you think it would go, pouring the wrong amount of pasta? Give me a rough sort of range and we can discuss this.
The thing is, it's such a common thing to happen
Yeah,
that it's hard to quantify
it is impossible to quantify. It's never been
because it
done.
happens like daily to everybody.
Where do you think it would go? Give me a rough range.
Wait, why is Colossus from the Deadpool movie so low down?
It's not even so low down. Okay, you got to see that we've got a lot of good things on our list at the moment. So the middle of the list is basically Tauntauns at number 16.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize you sent multiple pictures.
Yeah, we got a whole thing here. We got a whole 8 more that you didn't see.
I was very prepared. I just
This is very difficult for you, I can tell.
it is. I'm struggling. I need some help here.
Okay, now I'm looking at probably just before Bovril.
Okay. Well, I'll argue that I fucking hate the dentist with a passion. So, you know, if that wasn't bottom of the list, then this needs to be slightly above that. But because I just hate the dentist with a passion.
Okay.
So,
All right. So dentist is an anomaly for you. We can accept that.
yeah.
Now, let's let's work through the list one by one. Yanni or Laurel? Do you think it's worse than the Yanni or Laurel's trend?
No.
Okay, but here's the thing. If we put it between 17 and 18 here, right, we're looking at putting it just below concept of refreshing ice cream as pouring the perfect amount of pasta. Oh, see, I got you there.
Well, that's number 6.
Yeah, I know, but if we're putting
Oh,
it,
you're talking about the polar opposite. I get you.
yeah, if we put it just after number 18 and 12 is the middle of the list, then we need to put it just above the concept of making refreshing ice
I
cream.
don't
I
get
got
that.
it wrong the first time.
Why is the concept of making refreshing ice cream better than the actual eating of refreshing ice cream?
Well, we haven't got the actual eating of refreshing ice cream on the list yet, so, you know.
Right. Okay.
They're two very different things, Sam.
Yeah, I know
with
they
the
are.
picture.
I mean, yeah.
So what do you think? What do you think? Number 19 and number 5?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. Well,
Yeah.
it won't actually be number 19. It'll be number 20 because number 5 will make way for another ting, and then the ting happens to the tang. And
I forgot
it's
you're
all a
so
thing.
good at maths.
Oh, I'm so good at math. I can subtract 1 and understand that it will affect things later on in the line. I mean, I should have done a degree in it. to be
Country
honest.
needs more people like you.
It does. So I'm putting down pouring the perfect amount of pasta, if I can spell properly. Amount of pasta, not asta or asda, and then just above Yanni or Laurel, now at number 19. It is still at number 19. What the hell am I doing with my life? Seriously,
You haven't entered the other one yet.
I just did. Oh my god, I'm so confused, and this is making for very bad podcasting. Me getting confused.
Did you want to redo this?
Absolutely not. This stays in. This is final cut right here. We're going to have pouring the wrong amount of pasta as a general rule. So this could be over or under, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so, all right. So you somehow added 2 things in adding your good thing, but you know what? I'm going to let you off because
I'm
you're
a
not the
game
Zodiac
changer.
Killer. You're a gay changer.
Game.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to say, that would have come across as very homophobic.
Surprise!
What's good, guys? My name's Sam. I'm not the Zodiac Killer, and I'll change your gaze. All right. Okay. So, would you like to hit me with your worst topic? Not literally, but figuratively.
Okay. So, I think the worst thing in existence
Oh, wow. Okay.
is, you know when you finished a yogurt?
Okay.
So you finished a yogurt, you've eaten it with a teaspoon. That's
Yep.
a really good yogurt, but you can't be asked to go put it in the bin yet.
No.
So and you've got a yogurty spoon. So what you do is you put the spoon inside the yogurt pot.
Right. I see where this is going.
Just want to leave it there.
Yeah.
And then the fucker has the cheek to fall over because the yogurt pot is not heavy or deep enough
No.
to support the weight of the spoon. Thus,
Yep.
it falls over when you finished it. And I think that clang and that noise as it falls, and you have to then prop it up against a wall or some shit,
And it gets yogurt on your floor if it like falls off your desk.
it goes everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I think it infuriates me.
I can tell. It does.
It really pisses me off. Just make your yogurt pots a bit deeper, or have a wider base.
You've gotta
Fuck
have a
me, how
wider
hard can it be? Or smaller spoons.
Or metal containers.
Harry, if you want to, I forgot the saying. Something about getting dirty, you have to get stuck with the pigs or some shit like that.
What?
Get rich.
What? How did you think it was that? I know you've only heard me say it once, but where did you get getting dirty, get down with the pigs come from?
I meant getting rich to get down with the pigs.
Getting rich. Okay, not in any way that at all either. But before we rank an entry, we must truly understand it. So, Sam, what is the how would I even say this? What is when you finish the yogurt and you put your spoon in it, and then the yogurt pot isn't heavy enough, so your yogurt pot falls over and your spoon falls out? I mean, it literally, you can't explain it any better than that, can you? Really?
No, that's like, you don't need to explain it. Everyone around the globe can feel my pain. It's just so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell this really gets to you, so I'm going to be able to ask my questions for this one. When was the very first time you experienced this?
It must have been one of the first times I had a yogurt, but that time I didn't give a shit. I was wild. I was a wild child.
You see, you grow up, you start getting responsibilities, like having to
Yeah.
pick up the spoon.
Oh mate, and then the little lid bit of the yogurt decides to just fall out the yogurt top, and then you got fucking yogurt everywhere
Yeah.
and Miller everywhere. Ugh.
Okay.
Then you have to get up anyway to wipe it, and by that time you should have just thrown the fucker away, and you forget to throw the fucker away.
So it's
then
still
you've
there.
just got more mess.
Yeah.
Now you've got a napkin.
Oh, another thing. This is much too much. Now, when was the most recent time you experienced this?
Oh, I stopped buying yogurts.
For this reason.
They're just not worth the hassle. They're really not.
Have you ever considered just using a plastic spoon?
I don't own a plastic spoon.
Why don't you get a plastic spoon? A yogurt spoon.
That's a good idea.
All these years without yogurt. Oh dear.
I enjoyed yogurts.
And that has just been ruined for you now because metal spoons fall out of yogurt pots.
Yeah. Maybe metal spoons are my true hatred.
Well,
No, because they have benefits.
what benefits does a metal spoon have?
I like when it's clean and then you stroke the inside of it. It's just smooth and you know it's clean.
Is that one of your big turn-ons, Sam?
What, spooning?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah. Nice metal spoons. Nice smooth.
Metal spooning.
Yeah. Smooth, clean metal spooning. That
That's
is
just like the band Kiss behind me, just holding me.
that is some quality metal spooning right there. I
Yes,
love
it
that
is.
image, and I'm going to keep that image with me forever and ever. So, where are you thinking on the list for this?
I don't know. Let me get to the top. No, it's the bottom we're looking, isn't it?
Yeah,
Shit.
it is the one we're looking. So that
I'm
second
already up
photo.
Yeah, I'm at it.
Okay.
Obviously, I think it's worse than any of these.
You think it's way worse than any of this. You think it's worse. I know you haven't listened to it, but my third guess has a secret ambition. Well, not even secret anymore. Ambition
It's a
to
dictator thing.
yeah, be a dictator and just generally create an oppressive regime over the entire earth. So
I mean, I'm sure he's a nice guy.
is he? How does that show he's a nice guy? He wants to oppress everyone.
I'm making it hard to argue that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet if he heard me right now saying how shit spoons are, he would drop all his shit and be like, yes.
Well, how do you know that he's not one of these spoon sympathizers?
Oh, that's...
Because
No.
there are spoon sympathizers still out there, Sam. I hate to break this to you, but I know it's 2018, but there are people who still sympathise with spoons.
hard to comprehend, really.
It is hard to comprehend. And this, okay, let's start on number 21, okay? Men in suits not wearing socks. Do you know
I
exactly?
don't get that. That's all right. That's stylish.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Okay. Okay, Sam. Right. I'm just gonna tell you something really quickly, and you're gonna listen to me, okay? If someone's wearing a banging suit, right, right, they got their tie, they got their blazer, they got their shirt, they got their trousers, they got some swanky shoes on, they just polished it up for the day. You go over to them, you're like, hey man, that is a sick ass suit. You look good in that suit. You look sexual in that suit, my friend, and I don't mind saying that because I'm comfortable with my sexuality. And he's like, thanks. Then, walking up the stairs, you're walking behind him. Boom! Ankle. Bare ankle. No sock in sight. You just see this bright... It blinds you because of how fucking white this dude is. And just this shines in your light. You fall down the stairs. You're dead. Because this guy didn't wear fucking socks with his suit and it looks fucking dumb. Right?
Right.
Right. Do you need more? Do you need more to that scenario? You just died because of this guy.
I am still alive, and I've seen people without socks. It's a summer thing. It looks all right. As long as the trousers are cut to match, cut a tiny bit higher, summer suit, summer colours.
I'm sorry. You want the trousers cut even higher so that they're showing more ankle.
If you're not wearing socks, yes, you compensate. In the same way you don't wear ankle knockers when you've got shorts on. If you're not wearing socks,
Right.
you want to show it. You don't want to. It's like going commando. You know what I mean? Going commando doesn't work if you're wearing trousers because then no one knows you're commando. But if you're not wearing trousers, you're just naked. If you're not wearing trousers, don't really command.
I've never thrown a guest off my podcast before, Sam. But you're pushing me. You are pushing me here with this blasphemy towards my dearly held beliefs. And
next time I see you, I'm not going to wear socks.
I don't mind. If you're just wearing normal clothes, fine. I might get a little bit triggered, but I won't care. But when you're wearing a full-on, like,
I will wear a
nice...
3-body piece.
Oh my god.
With a top hat.
I was going to say top hat. I was picturing you in a top hat as soon as you said that. I just got this image in my mind.
I'm a Monopoly man without socks.
Okay, what I've gained from that conversation is that it is not worse than men in suits wearing socks. All right? It is not worse than that. So
Right,
is it worse
this
than
show
Bovril?
is corrupt. Of course it's worse than Men in Suits.
It is 100% not. It is 100%
biased.
not.
Viewers, if you're fucking listening to this, it's corrupt.
We did have a hashtag started last episode, hashtag boycott the rank list of everything, so you can jump on that if you want.
I will, but I don't have Twitter, so I will not.
Easy. All right.
I'll rally your viewers and they can do it for me.
Well, in that case, that puts... what did we even say it was again? Metal spoons falling out of yogurt pots?
No, the yogurt pot falling over under the weight of a spoon because the pot isn't deep or has a wide enough base to support the weight of the spoon. Therefore, it falls over, it makes the noise, and you get yogurt everywhere.
All right.
You have to put every detail in there. It's important.
I'm just going to put yogurt pot falling over under the weight of a spoon. Because that I mean, I'll bear in mind what you said there, and I'll take it with me to the grave. But I'm not typing that all out because that shit's long. So yeah, it now sits at number 23 between Bovril and Men in Suits not wearing socks, because it is not worse than Men in Suits not wearing socks. That we need to move on, because I will actually just start screaming at you. Moving on, I've got a topic for you here, Sam. Okay, and
Okay.
would you care to guess what it is?
Oh, knowing you.
Knowing me, knowing you. All
Uh-huh.
right, keep going.
It'll probably be something like something to do with young people doing something annoying, like young people loitering outside of a corner shop.
You're incorrect in that vein. It is in fact. Tell you what, I'll introduce it with this. How would you feel, Sam, if I told you it was coming home?
Who?
What do you mean who? It's coming home.
Is that like the sport thing?
It is indeed. England is indeed coming home
Oh,
this year.
fuck off.
Now, over here in England, it is currently World Cup 2018 going on at the moment. In fact, England are right now, as we're recording this, in a game with Colombia. It's the 88th minute, and Sam, do you know what the score is?
I'm googling it.
England is
1-0!
1-0 up. It's coming home! It's coming home! So yes, right now England are in the knockout stages, and of course, as we both know, England are going to win this year because football's coming home. And so my topic for today is the 2018 England World Cup football team.
What about them?
I didn't really think this far ahead, because I just really wanted to bring it up because I knew it would trigger you to a certain extent that you had to talk about football in some capacity.
I hate football so much.
And now we're about to go through to the quarterfinals in about 2 minutes after we finish beating Colombia 1-0. Are you excited for that, Sam?
I'm ecstatic.
You're ecstatic.
Did I cut out?
You did cut out, but I'm going to leave it in because I saved it.
Because you can't be asked to redo it.
Exactly that. So, now, before we rank a topic, we must truly understand it. And now, so to your detriment, I'm going to ask you, what is the England football team in the World Cup 2018?
What do you mean, what are they?
I don't know. If you had to describe it to someone who had just come out of an oppressive regime under Harrison and they had no idea what anything was.
I would
including how to
say,
speak
get
English.
back under that fucking oppressive regime.
Save yourself.
You have no idea what awaits you.
So, I mean, yeah, there's not a huge amount I can really talk about this other than the fact that it's coming home. So we can assume that England will win this World Cup, yeah?
Yes.
Is that fair to assume?
I don't fucking know.
I think it's fair to assume that because everyone said they're going to win and it's coming home, it's going to come home. So, assuming that England are going to win this World Cup, and it will be the first time that we've done so in almost 60 years. I
Yes.
say that, it's more like 52 years. So not even-
1966, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly that. So, yeah, where are we putting it? Where are we going to put the England team that finally made us win the World Cup for a second time on the list? What do you think, Sam?
Well, if you're presuming they've actually won, then they you know, I don't like football, but I appreciate that. Cool. I just like winning. So
If you see him in the street, you'll be like, I don't like you, but I appreciate that.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, no, I think we can make a cap at Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Cause,
No, it's not going anywhere near the fucking top. You
No,
can
yeah. You cut out there just because you got too angry and your mic was like, no. You can only diss the guys who are bringing it home a certain amount, and then you
I have to refrain myself.
You have to refrain yourself because Sam, it's coming home, and that's what you got to remember here.
Stop that. I will leave and leave you with half a podcast.
We're pretty much towards the end now. Anyway, I could do the rest by myself. I'm very adept with talking to myself at this point. So, I'm assuming you'd wanted to go below pouring the perfect amount of pasta.
No, actually.
You wanted to go above.
I want it to have a mediocre fucking place that is forgotten and no one bloody talks about it ever again.
So you think that pouring pasta the perfect amount is already a mediocre place?
No, it can go above that.
Right. Are we getting confused with above and below?
Where is pouring the perfect amount of pasta?
Right. Pouring the perfect amount of pasta is currently number 6 on the list. So you want it to be number 6 or higher? Is that what you're trying to say?
Lower, sorry.
You want it to be lower? All right. Let's have a look at DC Comics. Do you think England winning the World Cup is better or worse than DC Comics?
Much lower. It can go way below fucking Oblivion as well.
Oh, okay. What about capes?
Like wearing them or
just generally capes. I mean, the England team would probably play better if they wore capes. So I think that's something they should get on, to be honest.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. If they wore capes, I'd fucking watch it because everyone just pull each other's capes.
It'd be great. I wouldn't be recording this with you right. Oh my god! It's 1-1! It's 1-0! It's 1-0! It's not coming home! Oh no!
Does that mean you have to change?
I was so ready. Oh my god, in the 93rd minute, Colombia scored the tying goal.
Oh,
Alright,
so
that means this podcast is going to end before the match ends. So England could be out before this podcast even goes up. Alright.
How long do you make your podcast?
I usually make them about half an hour. They're usually between 25 and 40 minutes.
How long's this one so far?
God knows. Let's have a look. This one has been recording for 42 minutes, but a lot of that was me talking about not knowing what to do at the beginning of an episode.
That's true.
So, we'll cut it down. Our only goal was a penalty. Are you joking?
Oh, we are shit. See, who gives a shit about football?
Yeah, I'm going to put it just below pouring the wrong amount of pasta.
Wait, where is that? That's 6, isn't it?
That's at number 19 at the moment. So I'm putting England football team 2018 at number 20 because it's no longer coming home.
That changed in about 5 minutes. You were talking about putting it at like 7 and now you're talking about putting it at 19.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I didn't think Colombia would go and score. It's not coming home, Sam. I feel really disappointed at this point.
Yeah, that's my life.
Not even related to football. It's just your life.
Yeah. My dad really likes football. I just can't understand it. It's the inconsistency that they're never good. You can never be like, oh, we're playing. We're probably going to win. Oh, we're playing. Actually, the consistency is that we normally lose.
Well, so we were literally in the 92nd minute and we were winning 1-0 against a team we should definitely beat. The only goal we have is a penalty. And suddenly they score against us, which means it's going to go into extra time. And then if it goes to penalties, we will lose. So it's probably not coming home, I'm afraid to say, Sam.
Yeah. I mean, we won like 2-1 against Tunisia and they're shite, so...
Exactly. We lost 1-0 against Belgium, so...
Yeah, but they're good.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to come home, because we'd have to beat Belgium again.
Yeah, second time lucky's not a thing, is it?
Maybe. We can make it a thing. What would be the second time in this scenario?
Playing Belgium again.
Oh. Well, we won't play Belgium again, because we're about to get knocked out by Colombia.
We won't get knocked out by Colombia.
I bet you we will. And it'll be funny when it happens. Fuck's sake.
Why are we talking about football? I don't care.
Tricked you into caring about football, ya bitch. All right. Okay. I think that about wraps it up for this episode. Sam, have you enjoyed your time here?
I was. Then you started spewing shite about football.
Well, I often find it's difficult to enjoy an episode of Ranked List of Everything for the entire time because you're forced to talk about something you hate in detail.
Yeah, but I enjoy spouting my hateful rhetoric all over the place. So
you enjoy spouting your hateful erection, did you say?
Rhetoric.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Keep going. I've got a very different image in my head right now, but keep going.
I should have fucking picked you.
As soon as someone does, that's going to number 1 on the list. My ego's like this big right now.
But then we'll flip the list upside down.
Oh, no.
Idiots on bikes can be at the top.
Oh, mate, if you do that, I'm just going to cry straight up.
I agree with idiots on bikes. That was a good idea.
They're basically the dictators of the road, is what we discussed. But anyway, Sam,
Harrison's got competition.
he does have competition, exactly, and that's why they're lower than him. Just about. That was a tough one, though. That was a tough one. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, Sam. Is there anything you want to plug?
I want to plug.
Yeah, you want? Do you know what plug means? Is it not?
I think
plug,
I do. Yeah.
But, like social plug. Is there anything you want to plug?
I'm a filmmaker and videographer, and if you want any videos or shit, hook me up.
Yeah, man. So send us an email, and we'll hook you up with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I won't put your LinkedIn in the description because I feel like that'd just be weird.
Well, my Instagram's Sam J Thorpe, so you can check that out.
I did not realise you had. Oh no, wait, I follow you on Instagram. Okay, fair enough. I did realise you had Instagram then. All right, so guys, thank you so much for listening to the 8th episode of the Ranked List of Everything. If you want to email the show, it's rankedlistofeverything@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on Twitter, it's @B_RLOE. And like I say, if you wanted to see the list as of the beginning of this episode, go check the link in the description below. Tell you what, if you want to leave us a review on iTunes, I'd be very happy about that. Sam, would you be happy about that?
Sorry, I just got a Snapchat from someone saying it's coming home. I want to die.
So yeah, leave us a review on iTunes is basically what Sam's trying to say there. And if you want to tell a friend, I mean, you can if you want. I'm not going to stop you telling a friend. Yeah, go ahead. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, and I won't see you guys in the next episode. I also won't hear you guys in the next episode, but you guys will hear me in the next episode. So tweet at me, and I'll tweet back. Sam, would you like to say goodbye here?
Goodbye.
All right, that was abrupt, but okay, bye. Joining me today, well, that was too much of a jump. And oh my god.